everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Heaven's Vault. Last episode, we basically went back to Iox and did some walking around and looking around and stuff there. Spoke with people a while, handed in a few artifacts and stuff like that. Now we followed the rivers and managed to find another moon, one lush with plants. Completely unexpected. The lanterns are all still burning, 6. Are there people here? There is only one living person on this moon, mistress. You. Trees. Lots of them. Growing from fissures in the rock, mistress. The roots will eventually split the slope below us. This whole site will subside. But someone planted them here. Perhaps. More likely a seed was scattered by the wind and took root by chance. Oh. There's something etched on this one. I think we know some of the words. This is the start of a fragment of text. Let's see. We have forever. Live. Okay, that is death, which is almost the same. Dead live forever? That doesn't make sense, really, but it's the only word that makes sense in this thing, grammatically. Dead live forever, but I've no idea what it means. Perhaps this place is a mausoleum. Perhaps. But that is a strong inference to make from a single tree, mistress. Okay, fair enough. There is something here. A palace? I would estimate the site to be over 1,500 years old, mistress. It is quite a find, whatever it proves to be. Yeah, this is before the ancient empire. This really is old. By all the rain and waters, this could have been built yesterday. Something worked into the stone, beneath the ivy. In this something, dead something something. I know one of these words, I'll guess the rest. Okay, we have place and we have plants. A place of plants, garden. That has to be garden. In this garden, dead... In this garden, dead find rest? Kinda makes some sense to me. In this garden, dead find rest. So this is a garden. It hardly looks tended. How long has this place been abandoned, I wonder? Looks like there's an array around something there. Let's take a look at the gate. Gate. The ancients never had the foresight to leave their doors unlocked. Perhaps it was a garden once, some kind of peaceful retreat, but it's set with a horned statue, an ancient goddess guarding her space. Some kind of devotional garden, then? No good. No, mistress, I do not believe there is a keyhole. No keyhole? So how did people get in? It may function like the gate on Elbreth, mistress. There may be a passphrase or some other mechanism. There must be a way through, 6. Naturally, mistress. There is a hopper eye inside the courtyard. If I may... Go ahead. Wait, mistress. Oh.
The wind died.
We're intact. I believe so, mistress.
The smell of flowers flooded the misty air.
Long said Mazwai put the withering palace beyond the garden. If this is the garden, then the palace might be close. Or else Mazwai was speaking metaphorically. Well, we made our way in here. I wonder who she is. She seems sad. I do not see any inscriptions to tell us. She's weeping and beckoning. I suppose anyone who came here would have known who she was. Look at that. It must be ancient. I would estimate it to be almost 500 years old, mistress. The site must have already existed at that time. So I thought you said this place was thousands of years old. I was wrong, mistress. I was guessing. Did this gate ever open? There are no hinges. Let's continue exploring, see if we can find anything. But I believe the statue is thousands of years old all the same. Older than the rest of the site, if you like. But if this is a Holy Empire site, the ancient gods shouldn't be here at all. The gods were torn down, destroyed by the Empire, like the one on Elbereth. There are no gods on Iox. Who would have come here? Guests of the Emperor? Family? The actual Emperor? Maintaining this place must have required considerable effort. Locked. Or blocked with rubble. You could spend years clearing and restoring a place like this, but what would such an effort achieve? An intact Empire Site 6. Everything on Iox was rebuilt after the fall. But this place was never destroyed. We must assume it was never found. Oh, this one's definitely stuck. A tree has demolished the corridor beyond. The same fate will eventually overtake this place, mistress. Perhaps we could finish our explorations before that happens. This whole place is incredible. It's perfect. Evidently it is almost 500 years old. This must have been a stray seed once. Nothing more. Now look at it. It'll bring the whole place down in the end. The tree is a creature like any other, mistress. Slow, but ultimately self-interested. Some kind of temple to the horned goddess. So why did the last emperor draw a map to here? Wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? If the emperor was dying with no way to be burned, no way to be reborn, unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. Perhaps the emperor drew the map to tell his soul where to go. Interesting theory. There's a path over there. There's a path over here. I think that's another way we could have come in. Ah! What's this? This is a wooden figurine of a snake. I would estimate it dates from the early Empire. This looks like some kind of hippo. Evidently it is probably a pig. It seems to be carved with glyphs, mistress. Oh jeez. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. Well, we have shout, I, and Rest? This doesn't feel right. Okay, definitely not I. And shout... Rest? That makes sense. Rest here and shout... I'm not sure. We have the time symbol, we have this symbol for apart, and the symbol for not. Not apart time? Soon? Rest here and shout soon? I'll look at it again later. I think this comes from the same place as the statuette in the chart that we acquired on Elbereth. It must have been common to travel between the two locations. This should make it easier to find. I mean, at least we found something. Well, let's keep looking around. This is the bridge we saw from below. Mistress, a warning. I believe the running water has compromised the stonework of the bridge. Compromised? It feels solid to me. Is there another way across the water? Perhaps. We have not yet thoroughly explored. I'm sure it'll be fine. This bridge has been here a long time. Mistress, I can only tell you the statistics based on the actual wear of the masonry. I cannot compensate for optimism. So much water. More water than I've ever seen in my life. I believe this is called a river, Mistress. How do you know that? I cannot be sure, Mistress, but I believe I have seen them before. I thought you couldn't remember anything. I cannot, and yet I know that is a river. Well, if this place is damaged, we'll not head that way. Let's take a look at the other room. Oh! There's something under the ivy here. That's the Eagle and Sun. If this site was built during the Empire, but the statue was carved in ancient times like the one on moreso, then perhaps the garden was built around the goddess herself? And there's another inscription along the edge of the design. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. You are... Emperor are as... Okay, throw all things in there. I'm certain my translation for R is correct. You are... human? That is the person symbol. You as human as Emperor are? Makes some sense. Does you are human as Empire are work? This is an Emperor's garden. Let's take a look this way. Down there, 6. What did I do without her? Oh, here's... Oh. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. I can't get anything from it. What do you make of it, 6? This painting? There really was a lot of writing here once, Mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. But I believe some characters can still be seen. Some! Yeah! That's more than some. This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Oh, geez. Well, this is a lot of looking. We have people. Temple. That doesn't make sense. That dot has to belong to something else. put and in there. Put of here. All? That doesn't seem to make sense. Temple is... Okay, we'll start narrowing things down here. People and of again. Okay, that's going to narrow things down a bit. No good. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I'll have to hope I see these sequences again. I could still change my mind, but... Of all one is and of temple people? We'll have to come back to this at some point, I guess. We'll never be able to figure it out. What's this? It's a golden amulet in the shape of a fountain. I would guess it dates from the Ioxian Empire. Look there. It's small, but there's an eagle and sun motif. And here's something etched on the clasp. It's really minuscule. This is fractured. Maybe we can figure this out. So we have we and we again together. I can add my translation for together to my dictionary now. Okay, when we die? Because that's a symbol for life, and I think that cross is basically cancels it. So when we die together. When we die together. That will do for now. I'd guess that this comes from the same source as the square of foil and the dagger we found earlier. We got a lot of information on a place called the Withering Palace now. This should make the site easier to find. We can get through here. That's enough. Oh. Is that a tree sticking out of the roof? It's amazing this place is still standing. It looks like a jungle in there. A very warm and moist environment. Stuck? Stuck. Why is every door in this place stuck? So do we turn back now? Maybe we'll have to try that bridge you warned me about. There's got to be another way inside. Perhaps you could smash a window and climb over the glass, mistress. That was sarcasm. Maybe I can squeeze through here. There might be another door at the back. Perhaps, mistress, but I will not fit. Do you see any other way in? Not from this side, mistress. Then try not to rust out here. I won't be long. Surely I'd be able to get back. Mistress. Bless the goddess. So many thorns. I'm not going back that way if I can help it.
The air inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
It's peaceful here. Still flowing after all this time. I would have thought it would be clogged with moss and dirt. The air is warm. I just hope my shoulder doesn't go straight through. Eek! Mistress, I found a way in. So I see. I've tried so many doors in this place. That's the first one I've managed to open. I see you are still undamaged yourself, mistress. Come on. let us begin exploring. The tree, it's even bigger close up. Reminds me of the Tree of Knowledge on Iox. Just wait, mistress. Is he trying to do something? This is quite a collection, mistress. These plants must have once been assembled. Someone's prized collection? Assembled over many years, I should imagine. There's something here. A telescope engraved with the outline of a sail. It looks like it dates from at latest the earliest Empire period. The casing has been inscribed, mistress. This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. We have shout again. We have in gods. There we go. I believe I remember the word in, mistress. But my translation shout doesn't feel right now. Hopefully I can make some better guesses for the rest of this. Okay, if that is a time symbol, I'm starting to get something. This curl and this line basically means that is what this actually means. Hence we have light, in this case, for these three lines. So if this is a time-related symbol, then this must be time. In God's time... In time, God's will... return? I want to say return. In time, gods will return. A blessing for safe passage, perhaps. I think this comes from the same place as the figurine we found here before. We've got a lot of information on the ancient pre-Empire site now, so make its location easier to locate. Anything else around here? Not really. Well, let's go outside. The tree is the same as the one from Iox, mistress. Here's another way across the water. We've seen this design before. Evidently it is remarkably like the sundial on Iox, mistress. So the Iox sundial is a sister to this one. I believe this sundial to be significantly older than the one on Iox, mistress. Furthermore, this was not made on Iox. So where was this sundial made? An interesting question, mistress. I will consider the matter. So is the Ioxian sundial based on this one, perhaps? A copy? It is quite possible. Only this one appears as though it might work. So whoever copied the Garden Sundial for the university, they didn't know what it was they were copying. They didn't know how it was supposed to work. That's almost funny. So much has been lost, mistress. Ah, there's an inscription here, around the stones at the base. Ah, I love finding these. There's a few words in this one. We have this place be. I can add my translation for place to my dictionary now. I want to say may, because may this place be our strong, warm, or silent. Warm? That would make sense. If this is an identification of this sentence, and of this symbol, and I believe that was found on a hearth. So if that is fire, and fire is here, then warm. May this place be warm. These shrines... We saw one just the same on the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones. The shrine on the last Emperor's hideout in the Cyclones. Maybe it came from this moon. That would fit with my analyses, mistress. But why? Okay, so there's shrines over there. Mistress, please. You cannot expect me to cross that. I will topple into the water and sink. I crossed it already. It's perfectly safe. Indeed. I know you have lost robots before. 5 of them. I do not intend to increase your score. Stop being so melodramatic. Be advised, I will hopper myself to the boat if I so much as teeter, and I do not guarantee I will return. Now that wasn't so bad, was it? I did not enjoy it, mistress. I found the risk most uncomfortable. Stop complaining. Next time, wait in the ship. I cannot. Locked. Or stuck, maybe. Oh. There's more water here than I've ever seen. Enough water for Elbreth 3 times over. There was only a way to transport water. That would be nice. That said, Oh. This moon is a mountain. There is nowhere for anything to grow. But what's it all for, out here? It just pours away into space. And here, despite there being a little more to investigate, I'm going to end this episode, because the episode's gone on long enough. Next episode, we'll try that other door over there and see if we can find what's inside. We see a bunch of shrines. There must be more to investigate. So that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Aaliyah and 6. This has been a Let's Play of Heaven's Vault, and I shall see you all next time.